Well, good evening, everybody. It's Gav here, Sarah's hubby, and it's the 25th of June 2023, and I've just made it to Townsville, 6:30 p.m. So it's dark now, so I got here at just the right time, all parked up, ready to rock and roll to go into my offloading location tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So that'll be good. I've got just over, well, very close to just a 12-hour break, so that's going to be sensational. So yeah. So tonight I'm going to put on my creamy mint again. I really like these, so that's why it seems to be monotonous. I'm always having these, or the pudding pop, or one of the other chocolatey ones. I'm a creature of habit. I just like them, so I'm going to have those as often as I can. So yep. So I don't know, did you guys want to hear anything new from me? If so, if there's anything in particular you'd like to hear about, or any aspect of the ketones that you're curious about, how they're affecting me, etc., that you haven't already heard on my numerous other videos, by all means, drop me a line. I like to have a quick check before I get involved in a video, so there's a good chance I'll see it and I'll be able to put that response in for you. But yeah, all in all, I suppose going on some of the videos that Sarah and I have recently done, some of you may know my history in that I was Army Reserve officer for about 25 years. Plus, I've been in the police service for 13, been in our own business for about 7 years. That was a cleaning business. Was a finance broker for about 4 years, and various trucking jobs in and around that, and now I drive line haul. And people ask me, a couple of people have asked me, our friends, what did I find the best one? All of them have had their benefits, and every single one of them has taught me something. So in the police, yes, it was a horrible job at times. You're dealing with people in their worst possible moments. You're dealing with people who are hyper aggressive at times, not because they always are, it's just at that particular time something terrible is happening in their life and you got to deal with it, and nobody else is there to deal with it, it's you. And people in trauma sometimes are very unpredictable. So things happen, and you got to do things that the normal person on the street would say is absolutely horrible. And most coppers would agree with you. Yes, it is horrible, but there's no other way of dealing with it. So I learned things there. I learned about the law, how to read the law, how to apply legal processes to things I do, which has helped me in today. You never forget that sort of thing. The Army taught me how to manage men, how to work with men of all various mindsets. And by men, back in the day when I was in, women were classed as a man type 2. That way, if a male 1 and a male type 2 were found together, they'd both be done for homosexuality and kicked out of the Army. I don't know if it's still like that. I haven't been in for so long now. I really don't know. It's really none of my business, but that's why I say men, even though there were women in the military at the time when I was in there, you always had to have that distance and make sure that you didn't do or say anything that could get you into deep trouble. Most of the guys succeeded most of the time, so that's good. The finance broking taught me an awful lot about the banking system, how it operates, the good and the bad of all of that, what constitutes a good home loan, how money really works. So that's been a very useful thing to learn. And of course, the truck driving, that's taught me to be patient. Patience has always been my greatest flaw. I've had very little of it, but whether it be my age or the fact that your truck is speed limited to 100 and there is absolutely no way on God's earth you're going to go any faster, and then going up hills you're slowing down, so you just have to be patient. So as far as that goes, yeah, the truck driving has been wonderful, and I actually enjoy it. I just enjoy driving a big truck down the road. It's just from the aspect of the things I've done in my entire life, this is one of the more fun things. It's fun. Some of the things you hear on the radio will make you howl with laughter. Grown men acting like pure old children is so funny sometimes, and it's just hilarious. It really is. You just sit here and laugh your head off. Speaking of which, I'll turn that off. The last thing you want to do is get involved in some of those conversations, but yeah, they are quite humorous. I've met some really, really great people along my journey in life. Some of them I'm still friends with. Eddie, he watches these videos sometimes. I met him in the QPS, and shout out to Eddie. G'day, buddy. And anybody else, like Wayne and Julie, I've known them for over a quarter of a century because of my time in the military. G'day, Wayne and Julie. And they follow me on these. They don't comment, but I've seen a couple of times that they've seen my videos, so yeah, it's really, really good. I miss the people in the different organisations and fields I've worked in, but I don't miss the fields that I've worked in. I must admit, the diggers, I always loved working with the diggers. The soldiers I was in command of, they were always a great bunch of guys. I may not have been the best officer at times, but they made me feel as though they trusted me. So that was always a great thing. In the coppers, the crew I was working with, look, sure, you get your interesting personalities, but generally they're great guys and girls, and the last thing they have wanted was to not go home at the end of their shift. In the finance broking, you get some good bankers, but they're under certain rules of the bank, so they can't really do too much, and you're doing everything you can for the clients, who can sometimes be a little bit forceful in what they want. Unfortunately for them, it could never happen. It was against the law what they were trying to do, so you just couldn't do it. And in the truck driving, you get good drivers, you get bad drivers, and some of the people that you work with in the office staff, look, there's a few of them I absolutely adore, and there's a couple of them that, well, I'll say no more about them. But you got to take the good with the bad. Everything is a yin and yang type situation, and you just hope that at the end of the day you just do a good job and you get home safely to your family, because the only reason we do any of this is for our families. Gone are the days where you could go out and pillage and plunder your way around and make a fortune that way. That's not socially accepted anymore. So those of us with a little bit of Viking blood in us, damn it. These things are sent to try us. Maybe I'm getting in touch with my Viking side with this, but at any rate, you can't do that sort of thing, so we have to be civilized in this world, and we have to go and exchange our time for money, and that's what we all do. And this is the job that I've finally settled into. I've got a couple of diplomas, one in business management, one in project management. I was doing engineering at university. I didn't finish it. I got to halfway through year 3 and things changed in my life, so I just couldn't keep going. So these things happen. Taught me a lot. I've got a lot of experience in a lot of different things, but doing this job I'm happiest in, I must admit. The only real downside is I love being with Sarah, my wife. I just love being with her, and doing this job I can't be, because the sites I go to, she could not come in because she's not inducted, and because she's not working for the same company that I'm working for, she's not allowed to be inducted. So that would make things damn near impossible. Plus we have 2 boys that need her at home, so she just couldn't come with me anyway. So that is a downside, because, like, you know, that would make my job perfect if we could spend time together doing this. But apart from that, yeah, that's all I wanted to sort of share with today. Gives you a bit of an idea of where I've come from and why I am the way I am. Oh yeah, you may have seen the video Sarah and I did together, and I touched on the fact that I've been on the other side. Yeah, that occurred in the military. There was a bad heat stroke situation, and yeah, they got me going again, luckily, because good grief, he's moving. Apparently my heart stopped. They got me going again, and I'm here today. So yes, all of my medical records have disappeared, all of them. So 25 years worth of medical records, and I've filled out new medical forms. When I was in, pretty much every 5 years I had to fill in new forms. It got insane. So what do you do? But apart from that, yeah, life goes on. It's just an incredible journey from start to finish. We all start and we all finish at some point, and I just enjoy meeting some of the very interesting people I've met on the way. Some of those interesting people were very, very good. Some of them not quite so good. But you know, it's just an incredible journey. If we all look at life as just an incredible journey of self-enlightenment, I think we could all do a lot better in this world. You know, it's all about live and let live. You know, if you want people to leave you the hell alone, then you leave them alone. It's just that simple. And you know, I just wish people would follow that mantra more. There'd be a lot less negative stuff going on in this world. But at any rate, I think that's more than enough of me labouring on about stuff. You guys let me know if you want to hear anything specific, or at least let Sarah know. She'll pass the message on to me. So yeah, by all means, that would be great. I'd be more than happy to share whatever it is that you want me to share. I'd have to determine whether or not it's an off-the-table subject, but that would just, depend on, the impropriety of the question. Like, I can't tell you missile codes or anything like that. Granted, I never had them to start with, but like, I can't give you anything like that. But you get the idea. So if it's to do with how we juggle family life, the ketones, and work life, how we make all that work for us, by all means, I'm more than happy to answer those sorts of questions, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So I'll leave it there. You guys have a lovely, sensational evening. Take care out there. No trip's worth dying for, so just take your time out there on the roads, and I really look forward to catching you again soon. Okay, bye.